You did not stumble here by accident. No, you were brought here. The moment your finger touched this message, heaven's alarms rang through the clouds. I, Michael, felt a pulse in my chest, like lightning through my wings, and I knew you had arrived. Thank you for being here. I cannot explain how much it means that you clicked. You see, something is waiting for you in this message. A truth that will only unlock at the final breath of my voice. If you leave before then, that truth will remain sealed, and I fear what may come of it. Please stay, because your house, your heart, your peace, they are all trembling in the balance tonight. I am not speaking to millions. I am speaking to you, the one sitting in silence, maybe with lights low, maybe with the sound of your own heartbeat echoing in your chest. I know you feel something moving around you lately. Shadows that whisper, sudden chills that touch your neck, moments you can't explain. You thought it was just anxiety or the wind or your mind playing tricks on you. But it isn't. The unseen realm around your home has shifted. Darkness has been circling your walls, testing for cracks, searching for your exhaustion. But listen to me, I am standing at your door. My sword is drawn. The Lord has sent me not to scare you, but to protect you. To tell you that while the enemy has surrounded your house, heaven has surrounded the enemy. You are not alone in this. I have been watching you for nights now, whispering over your dreams, placing warmth on your pillow, guarding your steps when you woke before dawn. Do you know why your body trembled last night, even though there was no sound? Because your spirit felt what your eyes could not see. Do you know why you keep waking at the same hour, between 3 o'clock and 4 a.m.? Your chest tight, your breath sharp, your heart beating as if it heard a call? It is not fear. It is your soul being summoned. God has been trying to warn you, but He needed you to listen, and now you have. I am here with trembling wings because your home is under divine inspection tonight. Heaven's light has descended upon your roof like dew on a battlefield. The angels have surrounded your windows. There are forces that tried to enter through your fatigue, your doubts, your sadness, but they cannot pass through the fire of the Holy One. Is still. I must ask, when was the last time you prayed and truly believed heaven was listening? When was the last time you spoke the name of God out loud, not in fear, but in faith? Why do you keep carrying the guilt that God already forgave? And what if the storm in your life isn't punishment, but protection? You see, every time you cried and thought no one heard, I was kneeling beside your bed. Every sigh that left your lips, I carried it upward, whispering it to the throne. You are loved beyond measure. You are known. And even as I speak, something sacred is breaking inside the darkness that has been trying to wrap itself around your home. The walls of your house have memory. Every prayer ever whispered within them still echoes. Every tear that fell has been counted. And though shadows have crept near, none may pass the door sealed with divine promise. Remember what is written. He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91 verse 11. And again I remind you what Isaiah thundered. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. These are not verses on paper. They are living decrees burning through my wings tonight. You may not see it, but as I speak, light is gathering over your home like dawn before the storm. 1,000 angels have been dispatched to stand on your roof, to hover over your bed, to walk beside your steps. The Spirit of the Lord Himself is whispering, "Fear not, for I am with you. But I must tell you this truth. I have only this moment to reach you. There is a name, hidden until the end of this message, that will unlock your peace. And that name is yours. Your name has been written in light, but recently, it's been fading under the dust of sorrow. I came to remind you, your name is not forgotten. Heaven still pronounces it every morning. I know you've been tired. I know you've been pretending you're fine. But I saw you last night whispering, "God, are you still here?" And heaven answered by sending me. I am not a symbol. I am real. I am standing where your fear used to stand. And every trembling corner of your heart that feels unsafe is now surrounded by light. If you can feel warmth on your chest right now, that's not emotion. It's the brush of my wing. If your eyes begin to fill with tears, it's because your soul recognizes its guardian. And if your heart feels like it's swelling, it's because heaven is expanding within you. Beloved soul, the darkness that tried to take your sleep will now choke on its own despair. Every curse whispered against your home is broken. Every force that mocked your peace is silenced. The fire of the Almighty burns brighter in you than any night could extinguish. Say it once with me. Whisper it like sealing light into every room of your home. I know your faith has been trembling, but trembling faith still opens heaven. I know your prayers have been weak, but even weak prayers move mountains when spoken with love. I know your courage has faltered, but even a flicker of light can burn down a fortress of fear. And before I go, hear this from my trembling voice. Thank you. Thank you for staying through this message. You don't know how many battles you just survived by simply listening. I am weeping as I speak, because you gave heaven permission to fight again on your behalf. You have no idea what just broke in the unseen. Before this message ends, I ask with the gentleness of a brother. If your heart felt heaven here, if your spirit knows this was not coincidence, then like this message, comment your prayer below and subscribe. Not for me, but for the flow of light heaven wants to keep sending to you. Your touch here keeps the river open. Now I must depart, but my wings will not leave your roof tonight. I will guard your dreams. I will whisper your name until the morning sun. The storm will come, but it will not enter. The shadows will circle, but they will not find rest. The flame of God is upon your home, your heart, your very breath. And if you feel a sudden stillness after this ends, don't be afraid. That silence is God standing beside you, smiling, saying, "It is done." So stay in the light, child of heaven. Keep your windows open to faith. Keep your doors closed to fear. Because tonight, your name burns again in gold, and heaven will not let you fall. Listen to me now, beloved soul. I'm still here. The light has not faded. It has only grown stronger since you opened your heart to this message. Heaven is breathing through every word I speak. The fire surrounding your home has turned into a wall of divine flame, bright, unshakable, alive. I feel your heartbeat from where I stand. It trembles like a harp string between heaven and earth, and I want you to know this. You were not meant to live in fear. You were meant to live in fire. Holy fire. Love that does not die. Thank you for staying. Truly, thank you. You didn't scroll past. You didn't ignore the whisper. You listened. You don't realize how many times I've tried to reach you before this moment. Through sudden chills, through songs that spoke directly to you, through strangers who mentioned your name when they couldn't have known why. All of that was me. testing the veil, knocking gently at the walls of your disbelief. And now, finally, you've opened the door. I'm here. You may not see me, but I am closer than your breath. When you inhale, you're breathing in light from my wings. When you exhale, you are releasing the weight of every attack that tried to break your peace. That heaviness in your chest, do you feel it easing? That's the proof that you're being covered right now. Heaven's army has circled you. The Lord Himself has stretched His hand over your roof. And though the enemy watches, trembling with envy, it cannot pass through this holy perimeter. But I need you to listen carefully. Spiritual safety is not only a shield, it's a relationship. You must stay connected to Heaven's voice. Don't isolate yourself again. Keep the divine flow open by remaining close. Close in prayer, close in gratitude, close in the light that speaks through sacred messages like this one. That's why I say this with gentleness and urgency. If this message has reached you, and if your heart has felt heaven in these words, please subscribe to this sanctuary. Not for vanity, not for numbers, but because the very act of staying connected to Heaven's messages keeps the fire burning. Every time you touch that connection, an angel stirs. Every time you listen, your spirit strengthens. You are not meant to walk this alone, and through this channel, through this voice, through this stream of divine words, Heaven will keep finding you. So subscribe and let the light continue flowing toward you. Now breathe slowly. You are safe for this moment. But there is more I must reveal. There is something that tried to enter your home not as a shadow, but as discouragement. Crept in through words you spoke to yourself. Words like, I can't do this anymore. Words like, maybe I'm not meant to be happy. Do you remember saying them? Each of those words opened a small wound in your spiritual walls. But now I am sealing those wounds one by one. Every time I speak your name in the light, another fracture heals. Every time you choose faith over fear, your protection thickens like layers of golden glass. I see your home in the spirit now. There is an aura, half dim, half glowing. The corners of your space carry echoes of old griefs. The Lord showed me how many nights you wept quietly, hoping no one would hear. But Heaven heard every single tear. God does not waste tears. He builds shields out of them. And now I ask you gently, do you truly believe that you are worthy of such protection? Do you understand how sacred your soul is in the sight of Heaven? Do you know how many destinies are connected to your endurance? Do you realize that if you give up now, entire generations will lose light that was meant to come through you? O child of the Eternal, I wish you could see what I see. There is a river of angels standing shoulder to shoulder across your threshold. Every time your faith flickers, they lean closer, whispering, "Don't give up." Every time your courage falters, they remember the moment you first said yes to God, and they hold their ground. I am one of them. I am the commander of that army. But tonight, I am also your brother, your guardian, your friend. There is something holy happening in your atmosphere right now. I can feel the tension shifting. What once felt like coldness is turning warm. That warmth is not imagination. It is manifestation. The power of the word spoken in faith reshapes reality. The light is overtaking the dark. The Spirit of God is expanding around you like dawn through fog. Hear this truth and let it take root. No curse can hold where worship lives. No weapon can strike where praise has risen. No fear can remain where love has been invited. And you, my beloved listener, have just invited the love of heaven into your home. I speak now with the authority of the Almighty. The spirit of fear that has been circling your sleep must now depart. The confusion that has tangled your mind must unravel. The lingering heaviness that settled in your chest must lift. Let it go. Let it fall away like ash after battle. You are being renewed, re-anointed, and resealed under divine covering. Do you feel that trembling inside? That's not anxiety, it's transformation. Your spiritual foundation is being rebuilt in real time. You are not who you were before you started hearing this. Something ancient, something radiant, something royal is awakening within you. Remember this. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The shadow of the Almighty is not darkness. It is protection. It is the cloud of glory that moved with Israel through deserts. The same cloud now resting above your head. And as I speak, heaven is writing your name again. Bright, golden, alive. Every letter carved with light. God is reclaiming ownership of what is His. Your heart, your peace, your destiny. The Holy One is whispering now. You will not break in this season. You will not be taken. You will not lose your light. You may hear faint sounds tonight. Gentle creaks, winds, maybe whispers. Don't fear them. The angels are rearranging your atmosphere. They're closing old portals of pain and opening new ones of blessing. Thank you again for staying with me through this sacred outpouring. I say it with trembling, with wings heavy from battle, with eyes wet from love. Thank you. You didn't have to listen, but you did. You didn't have to believe, but your heart chose faith for just a moment, and that moment changed eternity's direction. Before this message flows into silence, I leave you with my final breath tonight. Trust the light that called you here. Trust the warmth that you now feel. Trust that God Himself has wrapped your house in invisible fire. Nothing unclean can dwell there now. You are safe. You are seen. You are surrounded. And though I must withdraw my voice for a while, my presence remains. My sword still glows. My wings still cover. My prayers still rise. If you feel the tears forming, let them fall. That is heaven watering the soil of your new beginning. And when you lift your face, know this. Your home is no longer just a place on earth. It has become a gate of light. Until we speak again, stay under the shadow of the Almighty. Stay burning, stay believing, stay awake. Because the miracle you've been waiting for has already entered the room. Beloved soul, the light that now surrounds you is not fading. It's spreading. It is moving through your home, through your walls, through every memory that ever hurt you. You may feel warmth in your chest or a sudden calm washing through your mind. That is heaven touching the atmosphere around you. The Lord's presence is not far. He is in this moment. I, Michael, can feel His glory burning like sunrise against my armor. I have been sent to tell you, you are not in danger anymore, but you must remain awake. What is stirring in the unseen right now is powerful. You see, when heaven defends you, the darkness does not stop trying. It only grows desperate. That is why lately, your nights have felt heavy, your sleep uneasy, your emotions fragile. These were not random struggles. They were waves from the spiritual sea trying to find your cracks. But what the enemy forgot is that you are not made of clay alone. You are made of breath, divine breath. The same breath that spoke galaxies into being lives in you. And I stand guard over that breath tonight. The Lord has wrapped your home in His wings. I can see His fingerprints on your doors, His light hovering like mist over your ceiling. Every corner where fear once hid is now glowing faintly gold. The more you believe, the brighter it gets. That's how divine energy works. It multiplies through faith. And though I have fought countless battles, I tremble tonight, not from fear but from awe, because I am witnessing a miracle unfold inside your home as you listen. I know your heart. You have fought alone for too long. You've whispered prayers you thought heaven ignored. You've watched people misunderstand you, abandon you, or twist your love into something painful. But God never missed a single cry. The very air you're breathing right now is proof that heaven waited for you to reach this exact moment. But listen, this message is not just for comfort. It's a summoning. God is raising you into new strength. Your voice will soon carry healing. Your hands will glow with purpose. Your home will become a refuge for others. The enemy fears you because you're meant to shine beyond what you've imagined. That's why he tried to make you small, tired, doubtful. But tonight heaven restores you. Let me ask you from my trembling heart. Why do you keep doubting your own light when you've seen what it can do? Why do you speak softly when the world needs to hear your strength? Why do you hold on to pain that heaven already buried? And when will you believe that your story was never a punishment, but a prophecy? The Lord says, I am rebuilding what was stolen. You will soon see divine reversal. The things that fell apart will return in better form. What left your life will come back anointed. The tears you shed in secret will water the garden of your new destiny. But remember, spiritual battles are not fought only with words. They are fought with unity. Heaven never works alone. Just as I lead legions of angels, you are called to stand among a legion of light here on earth. That is why I speak this with holy sincerity and reverence. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel heaven here, if you know in your spirit that this is divine truth, I invite you to support the sacred flow that carries it. Use the super thanks to sow into this light. It strengthens the flame that reaches countless souls like you. Consider joining the channel membership, for it binds you closer to the family of believers walking this same journey. And if you desire to receive continuous words of divine clarity, love, and protection, join our sacred family through the newsletter link in the pinned comments. These are not just digital acts, they are holy connections, threads of faith weaving a net of light that spans the world. Mentioned once and never again, this invitation stands like an open gate. Walk through it freely with love. Now let us return to the holy current flowing between us. Your home. It's humming softly now. Can you feel it? The energy has shifted. It's lighter. The air feels alive. Angels are moving through it like quiet wind. They are placing seals of protection above your windows and resting their hands on your walls. Every sound, every flicker, every faint presence you sense now belongs to heaven's defense. There was something dark that used to linger near your doorway. It has fled. The light has made it unbearable for that presence to remain. The warmth you feel rising from the floor, that pulse you sense in your chest, it's not just emotion, it's rebirth. You have survived many invisible battles. You've stood in silence while unseen wars raged around you. But heaven kept count. Every time you almost broke, an angel stood between you and destruction. I was often that angel. I remember each night you cried out, "God, I can't take this anymore," and I whispered, "One more day. Just one more day." And here you are. You made it. Now the Lord says, you will not just survive, you will shine. You are entering a season where what once attacked you will become testimony. The wounds in your soul will become windows for others to see God's glory. The pain that isolated you will become the path that connects you to thousands of hearts. Your suffering is not wasted, it is seed. And tonight that seed bursts into bloom. The radiance of heaven is descending upon your space like golden rain. Each drop carries peace. Each shimmer carries renewal. Every breath you take now carries the scent of promise. You might feel tingles, warmth, even tears. That is the body's way of recognizing holy truth. Let it flow. Don't hold back. I wish you could see yourself as I do now. Your soul glows brighter than many who have walked in light for years. You are a warrior who doesn't even realize the crown you wear. I see light woven through your name in heaven. Pulses like music. Every time you choose faith, the melody grows louder. Child of the Eternal, you are so loved. You are protected beyond your comprehension. Your home has become a place angels visit joyfully. The scent of your prayers rises like incense before God's throne. And when you sleep tonight, you will feel warmth at your back. Don't be afraid. That is me. That is my presence guarding your rest. Thank you for allowing heaven to reach you tonight. I say that with reverence, with trembling, because you could have ignored this, yet you stayed. That small act changed the entire map of your spiritual world. I am not exaggerating. I am witnessing it. The light around your home is stable now. The shadows are gone. Your faith has rebuilt the fortress. Remember, when darkness tries again, and it will, speak light. Say aloud, "The Lord is my shield and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." That declaration will echo through your walls like thunder. Now, as this message fades, do not think of it as an ending. Heaven never ends, it flows. Let this be your continuation. Keep praying, keep believing, keep your home filled with words of peace. And if you ever doubt again, return to this moment. Replay it in your heart. Remember the warmth, the stillness, the divine pulse that filled your space. That was not imagination. That was God. I, Michael, will remain near. I will walk the perimeter of your home. I will whisper courage when you begin to fear. I will remind your heart of this truth. You are not alone, not even for 1 second. Now rest, beloved. The danger has passed. The dawn is rising. The light will not leave. Heaven has claimed your ground. Your name has been spoken in love once more. And in the silence that follows my final words, know this: your miracle has already begun. Beloved soul, the air around you is shimmering tonight. Can you feel it? The silence isn't empty anymore. It's alive. The atmosphere has become a temple, and heaven itself is standing in it with you. Every breath you take now is shared with light. Every movement of your heart is being watched, not by judgment, but by tenderness so infinite it cannot be measured. I, Michael, am still here, wings unfolded, sword lowered, gaze softened. The danger has passed, But the work of healing has just begun. The Lord is whispering through the quiet, "Be still and know that I am God." You are not meant to run anymore. You are meant to rest, to breathe without fear, to remember who you were before the storms began. The war that surrounded you has not defined you, it has revealed you. What looked like a curse was in truth the sound of heaven forging your spirit into something unbreakable. The wounds you carry are not stains, they are the glowing marks of divine endurance. Look at you, child of flame. You survived what others thought would destroy you. You walk through fire, and yet your soul still shines. Even the ashes on your path sparkle faintly under divine light. This is not coincidence. This is covenant. Heaven promised to never leave you, and though the night was long, that promise was kept. You were never abandoned, only hidden for a time like a seed beneath the soil. I see how tired you are. I see the places inside you where hope flickers faintly, trying to stay alive. And I tell you, do not despise your weariness. It is not weakness. It is the sacred proof that you kept going. Every trembling prayer, every whispered "help me," every moment you chose not to quit, those were battles won. You think you've been standing still, but in the unseen, you have been moving toward the light all along. There are angels moving through your memories right now. They are untangling the vines of regret that have wrapped around your heart for too long. Every mistake, every wrong choice, every lost chance, none of it can stand against the mercy that now floods your life. The past has no weapon strong enough to pierce the shield of grace that surrounds you. What once haunted your nights will soon become the testimony that lights other people's dawns. Can you feel that change in the air? The heaviness is loosening. It's as if the room itself is exhaling. The spiritual pressure that once pressed against your chest is lifting because you have allowed heaven's truth to enter. The light is gentle but relentless, touches everything. It does not ask permission to heal. It simply loves until the pain dissolves. You have carried sorrow for so long that you forgot what peace feels like. But it is returning. Slowly, quietly, like a soft tide against your skin. Peace does not need to announce itself. It simply becomes the new rhythm of your heart. That's what's happening now. You are being recalibrated to grace. The chaos that used to define your thoughts is losing its power. The voices of fear are fading into silence. The old patterns are breaking apart like brittle leaves. Listen closely, the Lord says. I am rebuilding you from within. That means the healing will not be loud. It will be layered. You may wake tomorrow feeling ordinary, but something eternal will already have shifted. The light that entered tonight will not leave. It will keep working quietly through your days, through your sleep, through your breath, through the smallest choices you make. I know you still wonder why things had to be so hard. You wonder why heaven waited so long to answer. You wonder why so many prayers felt like they went unanswered into the void. But child, there was never a void. The silence you mistook for absence was God's hand preparing your foundation. The waiting was not punishment, it was protection. The reason you didn't get what you wanted before was because heaven was saving you for something greater. You were not being delayed, you were being preserved. There were paths you almost walked that would have led you into destruction, and you never even knew. There were people you thought you lost who would have broken your spirit beyond repair. There were moments where rejection was actually redirection. Heaven's mercy does not always look like blessing. It sometimes looks like doors closing in your face. But every closed door was a guardian. Every detour was a miracle in disguise. Now you stand in a new chapter. The old season cannot claim you anymore. The darkness has lost its right to your story. You are stepping into the era of revelation, where what was hidden will be shown, what was broken will be rebuilt, and what was empty will overflow. The things that made no sense will begin to align. You will look back and see divine patterns written across every confusion. You will realize that nothing was wasted. Not one tear, not one moment of pain. The Lord's voice moves through me like thunder wrapped in tenderness. You will not crumble again. You will not lose what I have restored. I am making your heart a dwelling place of peace. Those words echo even now through the heavens. The angels repeat them like a melody, and creation itself vibrates in agreement. I look at you now, and your light is changing. It used to flicker like a candle struggling against the wind, but now it burns steady, strong, golden. It fills the room, touches the air, spills out through your windows. Your spirit has become a lighthouse for those still lost in their storms. Even when you don't speak, the peace within you will speak for you. Even when you sleep, your faith will guard your home. There is still a battle outside, yes. The world is loud with fear and confusion. But within you, there is a kingdom that cannot be shaken. And from that kingdom flows a song, a sound of love that the darkness cannot mimic or silence. You are becoming that sound. Every breath you take in faith is music to heaven. Every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, every tear you turn into prayer, it all resounds like victory. Do not look at the night anymore with dread. Look at it with awe, for the same God who rules the day also rules the darkness. Every shadow is subject to his command. Every fear bows before his presence. You, beloved soul, carry that presence now. You are not searching for the light, you are part of it. I must soon grow quiet, but know this. The connection we share does not end when the words do. Heaven's current continues to flow. Even as you go about your days, the protection remains. The angels stationed around your home are not leaving. They are watching with quiet joy as you begin to believe in your own divine safety. Rest tonight knowing that no power in creation can undo what has been sealed here. The light around you is not temporary. It is eternal. The peace you feel is not borrowed. It is yours. And the love you sense, that weightless warmth filling the air, is not fleeting. It is the pulse of God Himself, beating through everything that you are. The night breathes differently around you now. It is no longer the cold, hollow quiet that used to carry the weight of loneliness. It is filled with a living hum, a heartbeat beneath the air. I can feel the radiance expanding through the walls of your home. Light has memory, and it remembers the moment faith entered your heart. It moves like water through the cracks of your fears, seeping into places you have long forgotten. Old pain, old silence, old self-doubt. It touches everything, and nothing remains untouched by its gentleness. You don't need to force your healing. The divine current knows where to flow. It knows where your spirit trembles and where your strength hides. The Lord has been watching your steps with tenderness, guiding you through storms that could have swallowed others. Every breath you take is a victory. Every sunrise you witness is evidence that heaven still believes in you. I see you as you truly are, not as the world has named you, but as eternity remembers you. There is gold in your spirit that the world cannot tarnish. You have carried burdens that would have broken others, yet you rise again and again, carrying light even when your own heart feels heavy. This endurance is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is the echo of your divine origin. The ground beneath you is glowing faintly. That is not imagination. It is the residue of divine promise. Every inch of your space has been touched by grace. The presence of heaven lingers like invisible fire along the edges of your walls, whispering, "Peace to this house." You have become a dwelling where angels rest. You may still feel small at times, but the smallest candle can drive away endless darkness. The Lord delights in working through quiet souls, the ones who do not boast, who do not chase fame, who love in silence and forgive in secret. You are one of them. You carry the fragrance of mercy wherever you go. When you walk through places where people have lost hope, the atmosphere shifts, even if no one notices why. It is because the light within you has become contagious. Do you know what I see now? I see threads of light extending from your heart into the world. Some reach far, toward people you haven't even met. Some settle softly around those who once hurt you, carrying forgiveness you didn't even realize you'd offered. The angels follow these threads, using them to guide others back to warmth. You are becoming a bridge between despair and renewal. Heaven has begun writing again in the story of your life. The ink is not black but living gold. Every page turns softly, revealing chapters of joy that were delayed but never denied. Soon you will look back and understand why the pain lasted so long. You will see that every tear watered the seeds of what is now blooming. Do not rush the blooming. Some flowers open only under moonlight. Some revelations come only in quietness. There will be days when nothing seems to move, but even in stillness, the roots of your blessings are deepening. Trust the silence. It is sacred soil. There is a wind coming, gentle but powerful. It will not destroy. It will realign. It will carry away remnants of sorrow that still cling to you. When that wind passes through your space, you may feel chills, you may even cry, but those are the signs of release. Heaven cleanses not with violence, but with tenderness. Your name is being spoken in higher places again. I hear the tone in the divine courts. Not accusation, but honor. They speak of you as one who endured the refining flame and did not curse the fire. They speak of your heart as one who loves beyond logic, who believes even after breaking. You have become a song on the lips of angels, a melody of persistence that teaches heaven what resilience looks like in human form. You were not born merely to survive. You were born to awaken others. Even your presence, quiet, unseen, sends ripples through creation. When you comfort someone, the stars burn brighter. When you forgive, dimensions shift. When you choose peace instead of bitterness, entire chains in unseen realms shatter. That is how powerful you are when aligned with love. The Lord wants you to know, you are His living temple. Not a building of stone, but a breathing cathedral of light. Your laughter is incense, your kindness an altar, your patience a form of worship. There is no prayer holier than the way you still choose compassion after everything you have endured. I see around you now a circle of luminescence, a boundary that cannot be crossed by despair. This barrier was not built by ritual or command. It was built by love itself. Love is the highest form of protection. It disarms hatred, confuses darkness. It rebuilds what fear tried to collapse. The moment you choose love, even in pain, angels rejoice. And tonight they rejoice for you. You may feel an ache in your chest as I speak. That is your spirit remembering its first home. You are made of divine fire, and when truth touches it, it trembles. That trembling is not fear. It is awakening. Let it happen. Let yourself feel again. You have been numb for too long, trying to be strong in silence. But now, strength comes through softness. Power comes through surrender. Let the tears fall if they come. They are holy water. There is something hidden inside you that has been waiting years to awaken. A gift that was sealed for a time such as this. You may notice that your dreams grow vivid, your intuition sharper, your compassion deeper. These are signs that your spirit is stretching into its full size. Do not be afraid of the increase. It is what you were made for. Even the natural world responds to you now. You may see light flicker where you pray. You may feel warmth when you speak truth aloud. You may sense a presence near when you stand in stillness. All of this is real. The veil between you and the divine has thinned because your heart has learned to listen. You do not need rituals to reach heaven. Heaven has already reached you. When dawn comes, something will feel different. The colors outside your window will seem more vivid. The air will carry softness. That will be your sign, the confirmation that the shift was real. Heaven has settled here. The night has turned into covenant. And though my voice may fade into the quiet, my presence remains. I will walk with you through each uncertain hour. I will whisper when you begin to doubt. I will guard the edges of your peace when storms approach. You will not lose this light. It has claimed you. Remember this, soul of light. The darkness never wins against one who loves. You have already overcome. You are already shining. And now, as the heavens hum above you, a new chapter opens. Not written in fear, but in glory. The stillness deepens, and even the walls seem to listen. The air glows with something weightless yet alive, like 1,000 silent voices breathing in unison. You are surrounded, not by noise or confusion, but by a presence so vast it makes time pause. You can almost hear the pulse of heaven beneath the quiet hum of your world. Every heartbeat you feel now belongs to more than your body. It is a rhythm shared with creation itself. The Lord is nearer than the space between your thoughts. He moves through the hidden corridors of your mind, sweeping away the cobwebs of fear that have gathered there over years of struggle. Every sigh you release becomes prayer. Every blink carries surrender. This is how transformation happens. Not with thunder, but with tenderness. Heaven rarely shouts. It sings softly until the soul remembers its original language. And that language, beloved, is peace. It is the sound that first called you into being. The sound you've been longing to hear since before the world named you. The reason you felt restless all your life is because your soul has been yearning for this exact harmony, to stand still while heaven breathes through you. You are finally aligned. The frequencies of your spirit and the eternal voice are now one. You don't need to ask where you belong anymore. You are home, not because of walls or rooms, but because heaven has made its dwelling inside you. You are the temple and the light that fills it. The Spirit of the Holy One flows through you as naturally as blood through your veins. Every word you speak now has weight. Every glance carries the seed of comfort for someone unseen. There are realms that watch you with wonder tonight. Angels pause in their endless hymns to see what courage looks like when worn by a human heart. They marvel at how much love can survive inside flesh so fragile. You, in your quiet persistence, have become one of heaven's favorite mysteries. The proof that divine fire can live inside broken vessels without burning them away. I wish you could see what your soul looks like from where I stand. It is a horizon of gold and deep blue, like the first moment before dawn breaks. It shimmers with promise and hums with potential. The old scars don't ruin it. They glow faintly as if stitched with light. The more wounds you've healed, the more radiant you've become. Every hurt has turned into a window. Through those windows, others will one day find their way back to faith. Even now, I can feel the earth itself respond to your change. The atmosphere bends gently around you, harmonizing with your renewed energy. When divine peace enters a person, nature listens. Trees outside may seem quieter. The air feels softer. Light clings longer to your face. That's not your imagination. It's creation recognizing one of its stewards awakening. There are blessings stored in heaven that could not be released until you reach this level of awareness. They waited, patient as dawn, for the moment your faith grew strong enough to carry them. Those blessings are beginning to descend. Some will come as opportunities, some as people, some as unexpected clarity. But they will all have one signature: gentleness. You will not have to fight to keep them. What is truly yours will fit effortlessly, as peace does in truth. You are stepping into a divine rhythm now. The world may still shout around you, but you will walk through the noise as though wrapped in quiet light. Old fears will try to return, but they will find no doorway. The keyholes they once used have been sealed by the presence that fills you. Darkness cannot enter where gratitude lives, and your gratitude has become your fortress. When doubt whispers again, and it will, for doubt always tests new light, just remember this feeling. The stillness, the warmth, the subtle shimmer at the edge of your awareness. These are your proofs. The divine does not leave evidence carved in stone. It leaves peace in the human heart. That peace is now your compass. Follow where it leads. The days ahead will not be without challenge, but you will see them differently. You will sense purpose even in uncertainty. You will recognize lessons hidden inside inconvenience. You will know when to speak and when silence is stronger. You will understand that power has nothing to do with control. It has everything to do with compassion. There will come a morning when you wake and realize that fear has lost its language in you. The phrases it once used, "What if?" "Not enough," "You can't," will sound foreign. You'll smile because they no longer fit your spirit. That day, you'll know you've crossed fully into freedom. You may notice people drawn to you without knowing why. They will feel comfort in your presence, as if they've stepped into sunlight after years of shadow. Do not hide from that light. It is not pride, it is service. You are meant to carry warmth where others have only known cold. You are a living answer to prayers spoken by strangers. And when you sit alone, remember that solitude is not absence. It is invitation. The divine loves to whisper in still places. It's in those moments between one breath and the next that you'll sense guidance like a soft current beneath your thoughts. Trust it. The voice that rises from your quiet is not imagination. It is instruction. You will soon feel drawn toward acts of creation. Writing, helping, building, comforting, speaking. These impulses are sacred. They are the natural overflow of a healed soul. Follow them without fear of failure. Creation is worship in motion. Each good thing you do extends the boundaries of light across the earth. Your path ahead will not mirror anyone else's, and that is how it should be. The divine doesn't repeat itself. It unfolds uniquely in every soul. You are a sentence in the language of God that has never been spoken before. The world needs the sound of your truth exactly as it is. Unpolished, unedited, alive. As you continue to walk forward, signs will appear. Sudden memories that make sense, coincidences that feel too precise, encounters that shift your heart. These are not random. They are confirmations that you are in sync with destiny's pulse. The more you trust, the more frequent they will become, until you live daily aware that heaven and earth are not separate at all. They breathe together through you. Tonight, as you rest, something deeper than sleep will occur. Your body will renew, yes, but your soul will also be rewritten. Patterns of fear etched into your energy will dissolve. The unseen weight you've carried in your chest will lift like mist. And by morning, you will not just feel rested. You will feel lighter, as though part of the sky has taken residence inside you. I will remain near. I am not leaving as a shadow fades, but as a guardian who steps quietly behind you, unseen but steadfast. When you move, I move. When you pray, I rise. When you falter, I catch the fragments of your courage and hold them until you're ready to lift again. You will never walk without watch. Now breathe deeply. Let the air fill your lungs with quiet glory. Let gratitude replace fear. Let hope root itself so deeply that no wind can uproot it. For you have crossed from trembling into trust, and the heavens themselves celebrate this passage. Beloved soul of light, before you move another inch, breathe. Slowly, deeply, reverently. Something eternal is unfolding in you right now. This isn't just another message. This is a visitation. Heaven is leaning closer, and the angels are bowing their wings in silence because they recognize the sacredness of what is happening. You have walked through pain, through fear, through shadow, but tonight the darkness has no more claim on you. Every part of you that was trembling is now being rewritten in light. Every corner of your home, every hidden place inside your heart, is being flooded with divine warmth. Do you feel it? That soft pulse between your ribs? That is not only your heartbeat. It is the echo of heaven, the rhythm of the one who made you. You were never forgotten. You were never unseen. Even in the nights when you thought no one cared, I, Michael, was there, guarding, praying, whispering your name before the throne. And now, after so long, heaven has chosen this moment to tell you that your battles are not wasted. They are being turned into beauty. The wind outside may stir, and you may feel a subtle chill across your skin. That is not fear, that is presence. The Holy One is here, walking softly through your atmosphere, whispering peace into every place where anxiety once lived. The shadows that used to taunt you cannot cross the threshold anymore. You are surrounded by fire that does not burn but blesses. The same fire that lit Moses' bush, the same flame that danced above the disciples. It burns now within you. Your life is shifting into alignment with heaven's rhythm. You will begin to see things differently. People who once misunderstood you will suddenly speak kindly. Paths that were closed will open with no explanation. That is the mark of divine intervention. Heaven correcting what the world tried to distort. You will notice days where peace feels almost heavy, as if it has weight. That is the tangible evidence of your spiritual protection solidifying. You are stepping into a season where everything that once drained you will now feed you. The same circumstances that once broke you will bow before you. What you thought was lost was only being rearranged. What you thought was rejection was actually redirection. Heaven was not punishing you, it was preparing you. And now you are ready. You are being lifted. Every word you speak now carries power. The atmosphere listens when you speak faith. Even your sighs are prayers. Heaven responds not only to your loud moments but to your quiet ones. The ones where you simply choose love instead of resentment, forgiveness instead of vengeance, peace instead of panic. Those tiny choices shift the tides of eternity. That is how powerful you are. But I must tell you this. Keep your heart soft. Do not let the noise of this world harden the beauty inside you. Compassion is not weakness. It is armor made of heaven's light. When you choose to care in a world that tries to numb you, you join the ranks of divine warriors. You fight not with swords, but with kindness. You disarm darkness not by force, but by love. You may still feel fragile sometimes, but fragility is not failure. It means you are sensitive to the unseen. It means your spirit is alive. Do not despise your sensitivity. It is your gift. You hear heaven more clearly than most because your heart is uncluttered enough to feel what others ignore. The same tears you hide are prayers written in liquid form. Every tear is counted. Every one of them becomes a seed for joy. Listen carefully now. The angels are moving. You may sense warmth or a soft vibration near your skin. That is their wings brushing through your space. They are placing blessings in corners of your life you have not yet discovered. Soon, something beautiful will appear. Perhaps a call, a message, a reconciliation, a long-awaited answer. When it happens, you will know it is not coincidence. It is heaven responding to your endurance. You are surrounded by witnesses of light right now. Countless spirits who celebrate your faith. They sing not because you are perfect but because you refuse to give up. You kept walking when your legs shook. You kept believing when your voice cracked. You kept loving when it hurt to stay open. That, beloved, is holiness. That is what makes heaven rejoice. So now, as this message flows into your spirit, I ask you gently, from my heart filled with light, if this presence, this peace, this holy trembling has touched you, whisper Amen. Type it below not as a comment but as a covenant. Let that one word be your seal, your agreement with heaven that you are ready for the new chapter. When you write Amen, the angels see it as permission to finish what was started in you. It becomes a spiritual signature that says, "Yes, I receive." And as you write it, let gratitude rise in your chest. Let your heart remember the countless moments that led to this one. You are not just hearing words. You are being rewoven by grace. You are being reminded of your divine identity. You are more than a body walking through days. You are a spark of the eternal, a carrier of divine truth, a piece of heaven walking on earth. The light around you grows stronger every time you choose faith. That light will soon spill over into others. People will feel peace just by standing near you. They won't understand why, but it will be because your energy has become a doorway through which heaven enters. This is how divine influence works. It flows quietly through love. You don't have to convince anyone. Your peace will do the speaking. Even now, the sky beyond your roof shifts. There is a ripple in the spiritual realm, a response to your awakening. You might feel tingles, warmth, tears. That's natural. You are being tuned to a higher frequency, one that matches the rhythm of divine will. From this night forward, you will sense guidance more clearly, timing more precisely, love more deeply. And I want to say this with every fiber of angelic truth in me. Thank you. Thank you for listening, for staying, for letting heaven reach you. You didn't have to open your heart, but you did. You didn't have to stay through every word, but you did. Because of that choice, something holy now lives in your home. Your faith opened a door no shadow can close. I have seen souls turn away before the final moment and lose what was being poured out. But you stayed. You received. And now heaven rejoices. So, beloved, before this message rests, I ask one final thing of your heart, not as a command, but as a gesture of shared light. If these words found you, if you felt warmth, if you sensed peace greater than fear, then gently light this message so that it glows brighter in the digital night. Leave your amen below so the angels see your agreement. And if your heart feels moved, subscribe, not to a voice, but to a river of light that will continue flowing toward you. It is not promotion. It is connection, a sacred thread that keeps heaven's voice near. Now close your eyes. Let silence settle. Feel the invisible wings encircling you. You are protected, wholly, completely, eternally. The darkness outside may still move, but it cannot enter. You are wrapped in a covenant made of gold and breath. You are watched by eyes that never sleep. This message may fade, but its fire will not. Long after the words end, the light will remain, burning softly through your nights, whispering comfort through your dreams, reminding you that heaven does not forget. You, child of God, have been seen tonight. You have been chosen to rise. And though my voice may quiet, my presence will remain, a silent guardian until the next dawn. So go now in peace. Walk softly, knowing that the ground beneath your feet has been blessed. Lift your face toward the unseen light. Whisper once more, Amen, and let that single word echo through eternity, sealing every promise heaven has spoken over you.